wins this game? I know it's personal for you.
It's very, very personal for me. We know what a diehard Steelers fan I am, and damn it, they're like allergic to going up against the New England Patriots. I'm very, very concerned.
They are.
But I'm going to try to exercise some objectivity here, not emotion, and I'm going to go with the New England Patriots to win this game, as shocking as they may be. Anybody that knows me knows I'm hoping and praying that I am dead wrong, but I suspect the Steelers got to bring their A game. They've lost the last 5 to the New England Patriots. Don't get me started. Thank God this ain't the postseason. I'd give them no chance. Okay, but it's the regular season. This is the 3rd consecutive year New England has to come to Heinz Field, the schedule makers. I mean, I would say that they're not doing them any favors, but evidently they are, because every time they go to Pittsburgh, they leave with a victory, it seems. But they've lost 5 straight. To the New England Patriots. You've got a guy in Tom Brady in the New England Patriots offense that limits the amount of sacks better than anybody in the league. You're going up against the Steelers defense that leads the league in sacks with 45, but most of it, correct me if I'm wrong, Lewis, comes courtesy of blitz. Whether it's disguised blitzes or all-out blitzes, that's where it comes from. You can't do that with Tom Brady. He sees it coming. He sees everything, okay? So when you look at it from that perspective and you take into account the fact that no matter how hobbled Rob Gronkowski seems to be, somehow, some way, he always shows up and shows out against the Pittsburgh Steelers, particularly at Heinz Field. Last time they were there, if I remember correctly, it was 3. You got a game-winning drive, you Tom Brady, you need it. One pass to Rob Gronkowski, another to Rob Gronkowski, another to Rob Gronkowski in the same damn drive. This is what happens. And so for me, when I look at the Steelers and their miniature secondary sometimes, it seems like everybody's 5 feet tall, like they're trying to win small man contests. And you got Rob Gronkowski coming to the house and Josh Gordon, who I think will be a factor in this game. I think they've got big targets for Tom Brady to throw the football to. I'm very concerned about it, not to mention the fact that without James Conner there, without Le'Veon Bell there, whether it's Samuels or Ridley or whomever, you're going to have an excuse for Big Ben Roethlisberger to throw the football far more than he's going to throw the football, far more than they'll think about running it. I think that plays into New England's hands, and I think that New England wins this game, Max.
There are 3 reasons that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to beat the Patriots. Number 1, the Steelers need this game. The Patriots don't. The Patriots, once again, benefit from the greatest coach of all time, the greatest GM of all time, and the greatest quarterback of all time in the same place at the same time. And the fact that they play in the AFC East. One of these days, I'm going to compile a list on this show of the quarterbacks in the division Tom Brady's had to compete against. It's a joke. It's a joke. And so the Patriots have a free pass to the playoffs every year, essentially. Pittsburgh is not afforded that luxury. Once again, they find themselves in dire straits. They must win the game. That's 1. 2, the Steelers are at home. Patriots don't travel well this year, in case anyone hasn't noticed. They've been a bad road team, a much better home team. 3, Mike Tomlin. When, I've quoted Warren Sharp a bunch, Stephen A., on the analytics of this, or at least in the scheme of this. Mike Tomlin putting linebackers on wide receivers. According to Warren Sharp, that is a fatal flaw of his against the Patriots that they always exploit. The reason I'm bringing it up is when guys like me are bringing it up on shows like this, there's such a spotlight on it. Unless Mike Tomlin wants to double down on what apparently is a foolish strategy, I believe he will correct that this week. At least he will go to it less. Now, all of this is said with the thought that James Conner plays. If James Conner doesn't play and they lose, or if he does play and a critical turnover or dropped pass loses them the game or is a turning point in the game, then you reap what you sow. Then they should have signed Le'Veon Bell, shouldn't they have? They better hope that James Conner can go and that he's effective and that they don't lose a close game without him. Because the signal they will have sent their fans is, to hell with you guys this year. We need to toe the line on players going forward. We will sacrifice this year.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to boil it down to this. Tactically, the Patriots will outcoach the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Patriots will win this football game. I don't really care, how bad the Pittsburgh Steelers need this football game. I think it's like this. The Patriots have shown over the years that they know how to exploit this team between the numbers better than just about any other team that they play, because the Steelers are very simplistic in terms of the coverage schemes that they employ and sometimes the matchups that they create for their players as far as mismatches are concerned. is a problem for them. It has been a problem for them. Philosophically, they haven't corrected it. They have tried to change some of their substitution patterns at linebacker to take care of that area between the numbers, where Gronk feasts, where Gronk makes you look like a fool. But I still don't think it's going to be enough. And you know what? I don't really care about New England's road record this year, because I will say this. After that road loss that they just came off of, do you think that Bill isn't going to come out and try and improve a point? And although the man says this, although he always says, look, it's always just on to the next opponent, he's a human being. He doesn't like being embarrassed. He doesn't like his wisdom being questioned. He doesn't like people all of a sudden trying to take chunks out of what is going to be his legacy. He's going to be very, very motivated in this football game. And as long as Gronk is healthy, and I'm telling you what, they're going to put on a clinic about how to dismantle a team at the second and third level between the numbers. Mark my words.